Straight ahead on Tucson Today this Sunday morning, migrants reaching Colorado might not have to travel any further as the state is making new regulations. Plus, water hauling companies in Scottsdale are finding new ways to supply the area after hundreds of homes lost water. And today is a day that'll forever be etched into the memory of our state and our nation. We'll take a look at how the Old Pueblo community has memorialized the shooting of January 8, 2011. Tucson Today starts now.
From KVOA, investigating for you, this is Tucson Today Sunday.
Happy Sunday morning to you, and thank you for joining us. I'm Paul Seacollum. Let's get straight into the weather. Forewarned meteorologist Daniel McFarland has a look at what you can expect today right here in southern Arizona.
We're looking at a great day today this morning, starting off with temperatures in the 40s out there, but we will be reaching the lower 70s by the end of the day today. If you're in Midtown, I'm expecting 71 for the high temperature. Now, there is going to be some cooler spots out there. If you live in Oro Valley, Saddlebrook, Vale, those are going to be areas I think that could be stopping in the upper 60s instead. But that has more to do so with our wind as opposed to the cloud cover that we're going to see moving on through. Now, if you're outside of Tucson, there is going to be a little bit of variety, but not as much as what you typically would see because of that thin layer of clouds we're expecting. You're looking at 63 and 62 for Wilcox and Bisbee right there. Those two are expected to be the coldest. Some of the warmest ones besides Tucson could be Sells and Ajo, and they're only going to be expecting around 70 for a high temperature as well. So not really a ton of variety, at least for the day today. And if you're waking up in Nogales, you will see a little bit less cloud cover than everyone else, but 68 for your high later on.
Thanks, Daniel. Sunny in the 70s out there. I'll definitely take it. That's for sure. All right, the time is now just after 6 a.m. and let's go ahead and take a look at the news you need to know to kick off your Sunday morning. Today marks the 12-year anniversary of the January 8th mass shooting that killed 6 people and injured a number of others, along with former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. News 4 Tucson's very own Gabrielle Parrish shows us how the victims are being honored.
Beyond kicked off its 12th annual walk remembering those impacted by the mass shooting that took place on January 8th, 2011. Now I'm standing here at the January 8th memorial that honors the victims that lost their lives and got injured that day. These are the victims that lost their lives on January 8th of 2011. Many people within the community showed up to walk up to 5 miles remembering the lives lost and those that were injured during that tragic day.
I knew of him. So I hike this every year. Right?
It's just a beautiful day, and we're thankful this organization exists, and we're just glad to be here.
The nonprofit Beyond started as an organization to promote health and wellness for the community in response to the shooting.
And this is a way to remember and also to come together and find out how we can be healthier every day of the year. So that's getting out in nature, that's getting together with people and moving your body and being healthy in all kinds of ways.
Today's walk took place at Gabe Zimmerman Trailhead, which is named after one of the victims who lost his life during the shooting.
From a very early age, it was kind of obvious that Gabe had a natural gift for connecting with other people.
Yeah, well, it was great for the county and the Arizona Trail to name this trailhead after him. He loved Tucson, was born here. When he had opportunities to leave, chose to stay in Tucson.
Gabe's father tells News 4 Tucson he is very pleased with the people that designed the January 8th memorial in downtown Tucson.
The county is opening the memorial from, I think it's 9 to 5 tomorrow for people who want to come in and spend a few quiet moments there.
Tomorrow, a run is taking place to honor the victims at Saguaro National Park West. The address is 2700 North Kinney Road. Now, there are going to be events taking place all next week to honor the victims. Reporting from downtown, Gabrielle Parrish, News 4 Tucson.
Hey, thanks a lot, Gabrielle. Traffic is back to normal on I-10 this morning after a rollover crash yesterday. Take a look and you can see the car in pieces with lots of debris all over the road. Officials tell us 2 people died and 4 others were injured. This happened around 7 a.m. near the Wilmot exit. The crash is still under investigation. Today, locals here in the Tucson area continue to show their support for a person very well known in the community, known as the Umbrella Lady. Officials say that she was walking near Ina and Oracle when she was hit, and now the community is coming together to show their support. Those who have met her are saying her name is Lydia.
She's kind of just around here daily. Like, there's not a day that I'm driving in the afternoon out here that I don't see her.
Officials tell us Lydia is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. A week after a city of Scottsdale cut water off in 500 homes in Rio Verde foothills, the water hauling company is now having to get quite creative. William Pitts goes on a long, strange trip with one of those water haulers to find new sources.
That's John Hornier, and he's about to have a very long day. He's one of the only water haulers for Rio Verde foothills. John used to be able to fill the truck up here, about 15 minutes away. But since the city of Scottsdale cut Rio Verde foothills off from its water, John's had to get creative. Now he's headed from Rio Verde foothills all the way to Apache Junction just for water. We've been driving for almost a half hour and we're only to Fountain Hills. John has to do this every single day. There's no good road to the AJ filling station, so the truck has to take back roads through the Fort McDowell Yavapai Reservation to the freeway to a residential neighborhood. We've now been driving for an hour from Rio Verde. We've just now hit Apache Junction, and once John gets to where he's going, he still has to fill up the truck.
Well, here we are.
Here, but not done. Not by a long shot.
This will take me 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Almost 3 hours to fill the truck, and this is why.
Read the meter.
It only takes quarters. Each quarter is 2 minutes of water.
This is when I get my pockets full of change. I never thought I'd be feeding the meter.
And no.
All right. It needs a quarter.
You can't put all the quarters in at once.
The things we're gonna have to do for water. I used to be able to do 7, 8 trucks in a day. Now I'll be lucky to do 2.
And that's the problem. John can't make enough trips to Apache Junction to get enough water for all his customers. But what can he do? Now he's the only water source for 500 homes.
I'm not going to stop. I mean, it's not, these aren't numbers. These are people. These are my friends. These are my neighbors. I can't stop. You know, when people call me saying that they really need water, I'm going to get them water. It's going to take me a while, but I'm going to get them water.
This is the only option he and his neighbors have, a long drive and a long wait for something they can't live without. In Rio Verde and Apache Junction, William Pitts, 12 News.
The state of Colorado is announcing it'll stop busing migrants to Chicago and New York. According to a press release from the office of Governor Polis, the last busload of migrants will arrive in New York today. Polis says his decision comes after conversations with respective mayors in a joint letter released yesterday. Mayors Lightfoot and Adams, along with Governor Polis, agreed the federal government should step in and assist cities and states with the crisis. Hey, it's no secret several large corporations and special interest groups make donations to help finance inauguration ceremonies, but some are worried about where that money really comes from. For $250,000, the campaign manager of Governor Katie Hobbs offered businesses and special interest groups a VIP package. Donors received reserved seating and various mementos. Although the campaign publicized the names of all donors, it did not make public the actual amount that donors gave. Leftover money goes to a fund that can be used for political purposes, and critics call it dark money.
Inaugural funds, if they're not regulated, are really ripe for abuse.
Aaron McKeon of the nonprofit Campaign Legal Center says 2 states have laws regulating inauguration funds, but not Arizona. Governor Katie Hobbs ran on a platform of transparency, and a spokesperson for Governor Hobbs says, quote, "The inaugural events have historically been organized by a third party, and they are outside the scope of the office of the governor. Furthermore, the governor maintains her commitment to transparency and accountability in the administration." Former Supreme Court Judge Ruth McGregor is overseeing an independent investigation into ballot printers. We are told some Phoenix area polling sites became defective on Election Day during the midterms. This produced ballots the ballots were too light to be read by the tabulator machines, and the lines of voters backed up in some areas amid the confusion. However, county officials say everyone had a chance to vote and all ballots were counted. McGregor says he will hire experts to examine those printers and the ballot reading process. Hey, changing gears, the Big Top is back in town here in the Old Pueblo. For the 12th year in a row, the legendary Zope Family Circus returns to Tucson. The big show is set up just on the other side of Interstate 10 near downtown in the parking lot near the Mercado San Agustin. And the Italy-based circus has a new theme this year and will include more acrobats, a trapeze artist, the ladder of death, and a new ringmaster. News 4 Tucson spoke with the owner, Jeanette Zope, who tells us the goal of the show is to connect with Tucsonans for an unforgettable experience.
We're here to bring our art and our heritage and our hearts to you, and when you enter into our ring, you connect with us as our family. This is our home, and this is where we bring people to share in an experience that you won't forget.
It is not too late to get your tickets, my friends. The circus will be here until January 22nd. For more information on where to grab those tickets, just go to our website at KVOA.com. Hey, this is the last weekend to go ice skating at Tucson's outdoor ice rink. Today is the last day of the season to get those ice skates on and slip and slide through a Tucson holiday tradition treasure, that is. The ice rink is right in front of the Tucson Convention Center near Church and Cushing. And if you plan on going, keep in mind each session lasts 90 minutes. And if you don't have skates, no worries. They have definitely got you covered. Skates are included with the ticket price. Hey, can't be that. Meanwhile, learning how to fight might actually be helping treat those with Parkinson's disease. That is coming up later. Plus, the real fitness behind walking on a treadmill. All in today's For Your Health, coming up after the break.